All right, so this is episode 10, our final episode of the Unstaged Success Podcast. This is a special one because we're just going to go raw and in on, are people okay? That is the question of the day. And we're going to explain why.
Yes. And some of the experiences we've had, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we start?
I think you should start.
Okay.
Because the term came from you.
Yeah.
It's Victoria's favorite phrase.
I absolutely love to say, are people okay?
Right.
Because I just,
Right.
you know, I think I say it how many times a day? At least 10.
Yeah.
I'll get a text or I'll see something on Instagram.
Right.
Like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, I don't know. Like, where do I even start?
No, I get it.
Where do I even start?
I don't know.
Should we start with what we were talking about yesterday, what both of us have experienced?
Sure.
Okay. We won't give any specifics.
Yeah, no names.
But I mean,
No names. You're like,
it's
this
been
is our address.
It's been 2 times for me now and 2 times for Farah now.
Yeah.
That we've went to a property
For a consultation.
for staging.
So they know we're going. So
Yes,
it's
they are aware
pre-planned,
it's
it's
planned,
scheduled.
that we have an appointment to see this property.
Are expecting us. Yeah.
And we are walking through the house together.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not together. Oh, you and the realtor.
Me and the realtor,
Yes.
or Farah and the realtor. We're
Correct.
walking through the property together, or
Yep.
the homeowner, whoever it is.
Somebody.
True story.
And we hit the bathroom. And there is
The toilet seat is up.
Yep.
And there is a big ass turd.
I was trying to say it like so tastefully.
the
Victoria's like number
way
2.
that Are you okay? That's the question. And this has happened not once,
Twice
not
to me.
twice, not 3 times, but
4
4 times.
times.
With
4
4
times.
individual
You
people.
don't flush the toilet though?
Not only do you not flush
Okay.
the toilet, but if I know that somebody's coming to
coming
my
over.
house,
Right.
Yeah, but
to
flush your
view
toilet.
my property,
But who does that and then
takes it?
doesn't flush
the
it?
toilet.
that's the first problem.
Yeah.
1, flush your damn toilet.
Like it should be like an immediate response following.
Absolutely.
Number
Why
2.
is it even like that? Like,
Yeah.
why is it not being taken care
like,
of?
do people forget? Do people forget
How
that
do
they
you,
just
you get up and you're just like,
gotta go?
Perfect. Bye.
so that's
Like-
the first
Like, I don't
thing.
understand.
Did you not
Did
know
the
it was in
toilet
there?
break?
So that's the first thing is why are you
4
not flushing
people's
the
toilets
toilet?
broke.
Second thing, I know someone's coming to my house. They are walking through
do
my
like a
house
once
and
over.
looking at every single nook and cranny of my home
Yeah.
to inspect it literally.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a cleanup. Maybe somebody's coming. I don't know. When growing up in my house,
Yeah.
if we found out that someone was coming
Oh,
over,
it was an ordeal.
the vacuum, the mop,
Yeah.
all hands on deck.
Everyone is
Go.
screaming.
My
like
my
that-
mom,
it's
clean
like
your
that
closet.
today. It's
Who
like
the
that
hell's
today.
coming in my
Yeah.
closet? Who's coming into my closet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever somebody's coming over,
Yeah.
you clean up.
Yes.
Yeah. Aside from the toilet situation, like the amount of times, like the state of houses,
Yeah.
it sounds like people are
Yeah.
coming over. Not as-
Underwears are out.
yeah,
It's
things are under the
wrappers,
bed. Yeah.
There's been multiple times I think that you guys have been staging and have found lovely
Goodies.
items under the
Yeah.
beds.
Goodies.
Always.
Yeah.
Stains come back on our duvet covers.
Yeah.
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 Are
Staging
people okay?
items are for display only.
Okay.
Exactly.
But I guess not.
And they go straight in the washing machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we rebuy.
Or we throw it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
Or we leave them there.
But I mean, like
and
the
say,
amount of times,
It's
like,
yours now.
Yeah.
literally, the amount of times like we get towels back that are like clearly used, like somebody used
Yeah.
it to take off their
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you think you owned it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a lady's touch sticker on it.
They don't care.
Right.
No.
That just goes in the garbage.
So that's the first thing.
Common courtesy, folks.
Yeah, like I got
Yeah.
into my car, I remember after the first time it happened, and I'm just like, that,
Like, is that a
okay,
joke?
maybe it was a one-off. Like, I don't know.
Oh, bad day.
And then the second time, and I was like, holy, get it together.
Flush your toilets.
Yeah, please. For Victoria and Farsi.
My goodness. When we are coming over, please, just do a once-over.
Just quickly.
Another thing I think that I say often in the office is people will work better for you if you are kind.
Yes.
It's
100%.
a really simple thing that I don't feel a lot of people honestly do. Like,
No.
be kind,
Yep.
because by not being kind, it's not going to help the situation regardless.
No one wants to help you. No one wants to go above
Right.
and beyond for you. And
If you're not kind.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the way that you communicate something.
Yes.
Right? If one of our clients ever had an issue, it's all about the way that they let us know. It's
Communicate.
about the way
Yeah.
that they communicated.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We don't like the color blue. We want to change that accent pillow. Do you mind?
And
no
it's not-
problem. We'll
it's-
be there.
It's not
But
that
if you're going to call and be like, I hate the color blue. We told you we didn't want it.
Right.
You installed it. This and that.
we'll
It's
still
like,
do it. We'll
do
still
it.
do it.
Of
But would
course.
we have gone above and
Right.
beyond?
Right.
No.
Right.
I'm looking straight in the camera and saying, no, I will not.
Yeah.
Right.
But the person who is like, oh, you know, you guys, I love the stage. Really, really great job. However, that blue in that one bedroom is just,
It's not
for me.
It's
I
just
don't
not
like
for
it.
me. But hey, if you guys think it's the right choice, we'll leave it.
Right.
I'm running there. I'm on the phone out the door with green pillows. For
I'm
this
bringing
client.
you an arrangement of colors.
Yeah,
What
you know
color
what?
you want, I got
Come
it.
to the
Literally, we'll
space
bring every
and
single
pick
color you pick.
What
Yeah.
you want.
Yes.
Right. But that's
All
just
about the
in
way that
life
you
in
communicate
general.
it, with everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I just think people will do better work for you
Mm-hmm.
if you treat them with kindness.
People will
200%.
always do better by you if
Yeah.
you just treat them, whether it's at work or it's in real life. Like
Yeah.
if you walk into a
100%.
store
Yeah.
and you have a negative attitude, you think
You're
they're going
leaving.
to jump to help you?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. Like,
Yeah, no.
Or you walk into a store and it's the customer service sucks. You're not buying anything in that
No, you're
store.
leaving.
You're leaving.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Customer service is
smile,
everything.
you
Right.
know, always just try your hardest to stay calm.
yeah.
Like how many times have we, you know, staged for people and we understand. But when you're screaming at like members of our team,
Right.
come on.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think I've ever been in a position where like, not aside from work, like, in general, where I've lashed out at like a random person that wasn't doing anything.
right.
You know what I mean? So when
Right.
other people do it, I don't necessarily understand it.
Right.
Because I don't go around yelling
You
at
wouldn't
people
behave
for no
like
reason.
that.
You know
You
what
don't
I
behave
mean?
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
I
you're
would
okay,
I would have
and
said
some
it
people are not
Exactly.
okay.
This is the whole entire
This is the
topic.
right. Like
topic.
I would say it in such a different way. So
Yeah.
when they're doing it, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Fora.
It's just like when you have a fight with somebody, like a friend or a family member. If you call each other guns blazing, yelling, no one's listening. You're not resolving it. And you're
Yeah,
not,
it's,
Right.
it's how you communicate.
But that's
Going
also
back to
not
your original
how you,
point.
Yeah, but that's not how you conduct yourself to random people.
Yeah.
Like the way that I would maybe
Especially-
talk to my sister is
Totally
not the way I would
different.
talk to
a
you.
complete stranger,
Right.
Right.
Or
even
stranger.
or a
Right.
colleague. Yes,
But I'm just saying, like, it all comes down to communication. If you just let me know that you want the blue changed because you don't love the way it looks, no problem. I'm going to come give you every
or
single
the
color.
or the Merlot.
I love the color Merlot. Guys,
I
give
actually
it a
think
chance.
I think it's a very beautiful color. I
do
love
I.
those chairs.
Yeah.
I
ones
think
that
we
just
all
got
do,
back?
and they all have worked in every single instance that they have
Yes.
been in.
Those are very nice chairs, and I like the color of them. I honestly don't think there's anything
Thank
wrong
you,
with
V.
them.
Thank you, man.
Where is the Merlot Ottoman though?
It's at the warehouse.
It's
Oh, it
there.
is. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
see it.
Yeah. She's gonna use it in the next stage.
Yeah, tomorrow or no Tuesday.
Another instance where we'll find like people are just, you know, not okay is when you're expecting us to stage your whole house and you'll call on Monday to book us for Tuesday.
Right.
We are not fairies or magicians. Think about the logistics that goes into this. Like you're moving in a whole home in one day.
in one day.
And it's not just items. It's craft, like curated items
It's
that
the
have been
accessories.
Arrangements. It's
Arrange-
everything.
it's the area rug, the artwork, the pillows, the table centerpiece,
the table.
the steam. Oh, and
every
then
little detail.
it's the cleaning that goes on afterwards.
Right.
It's everything in one
That's
shot.
the install. What about putting it together and then building the people around it that need to be on schedule for
Right.
it? Like there are so many details that go into, but don't get me wrong. You know, and I know that we've been called on Monday to stage for Tuesday, and we've
We
done
have.
it.
Yes.
And we've
Yes.
done it.
And
Yeah.
we've done a good job.
And we've done a great job.
Right.
But what more people need to understand is that if you want things to be done of this, like this correctly, it does take time.
Yeah, I just think that
Yes.
the process shouldn't be rushed.
You should
and
be
I,
organized.
I think that a lot of people think that staging and that process is very simple and it's very easy. And I think that people think we have everything just ready to go. We have an arrangement of pillows that we can install, and that's why they call confidently.
And we do.
And they're like, hey.
And we do.
We do. We have
But
the
we're also
inventory.
servicing like 20 other people.
We have the
Right.
inventory, but we don't have bundles made that are ready to go.
That we just
Nothing
take,
is
like,
the
it's
same.
specifically
Everything
for that
is
house.
specific to that house.
That's
Right.
what I mean.
correct.
So
Yes.
yes, we have the inventory, we have the
Yes.
product, but we need to piece everything together.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not just showing up with a random bin of accessories and
Yeah.
figuring it
And
out. that
hoping
day.
Yes.
that there's something
No,
in the
no, no,
bin.
no, no.
Yes.
Right.
I
So
mean,
I
I
think
might
that a
have
lot of-
started the business that way. Put it all in the thing and let's go. We'll figure it out there. Now we do not.
Now it's
Doesn't
like,
matter how many clients we have or
Yeah.
anything. It really comes down to how we create designs.
Right. Yeah.
And if you want the best work, be organized. And you
Yes.
should be as a
Yeah.
realtor. You need
100%.
to give your client an itinerary
Right,
that
right.
suggests it takes 2 days for this to take place, then the photography, plus we have to clean.
right.
You know what I mean?
Educate your client.
Go
And
into
be organized.
and the next point.
educating your client.
Yes.
This is my favorite.
'Kay.
Absolute
Right.
favorite. Even if your client has decided not to stage, even if that was the case, there are things that you should be doing in that house, in that property, to make it ready to hit the market. Plain and simple.
Like flush your
Right.
Your
toilet.
realtor should be educating the client
Mm-hmm.
on what that is. For example, why are your makeup brushes on the counter
Mm-hmm.
with used towels in the bathroom
Right.
photos?
Right.
No.
Put all your toilet.
Why are your bath mats on the floor that are used and wet?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right,
Why is
right.
your bed not made?
Right.
You don't want to stage? That's fine. Some
least
people
make your
don't want
bed.
to do it. Okay. But
Right.
guess what? That realtor should be showing up the day of the photos or the night before
Yes.
and saying, this is what needs to be done. We're not staging, so we
Right.
need to make this look as best as possible with what we
Right.
got. Make your bed.
And it has to stay that way.
Make your bed.
Right.
Remove the dish towels from the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Clean up the entryway of the house.
Right.
Remove the personal items that
Take
are all
the
over.
garbage
Yeah, like
away.
personal
Take the
photos.
garbage out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, those are things that a realtor, in my opinion, should be.
Fiduciary
Right.
That
duty.
is the standard.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
I shouldn't be able to go on the MLS and find
The
photos
toilet seat up.
that have the toilet seat up, somebody's products on their bathroom counter.
Right.
Yeah.
Family
Bath
photos.
You
mat.
didn't do your
The
client
bed is not made.
justice.
Right.
Unless the client was like, I disagree with any
Right.
of this. This is my house and it's my opinion.
Right.
Good for you, client.
Then that's fine.
That's fine.
Right.
But for a
Right.
realtor to be like, okay, signs on the lawn, let's go.
I think there should actually be a standard that photos have to meet to make it on to MLS. I swear to God. Because
Right.
if you're not making your bed, and listen, what you look at online is what's going to get you into the house.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. That's how they initially see the property.
Yeah.
That's how I
that's
see
their
the
first
property.
contact.
I'm
Right.
seeing it first online.
Yeah. Realtor 101.
So if it looks like that, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I don't want
Right.
to see it.
And
I don't
that
want to
costs
see
you
your
nothing.
garbage.
That costs you nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
The
So
conversation.
that's a standard.
The conversation I think more realtors, especially in the market we're in now, need to be having with their sellers is prices have come down. I think we're actually at a time or a period where that's now starting to be realized because things are moving all the time. But I can't tell you how much it irritates me when I'm doing a walkthrough with a client because we see a lot of clients. So we've worked with like so many to give you a perspective, and the sellers like dictating the price based on no experience, no knowledge, no comparables. They expect this, and you realtor have to be the one. I don't care how you
Right.
figure it out, you got to get
and
it.
they just say yes, no problem.
And
we're
they're
gonna
like,
get it.
well, hey,
Right, but
that's
then
why
that-
we have Farah, or that's why that's what. No, I am not
Right.
going to stand here and tell you that I'm going to sell your house more than what it is valued to be at.
Right.
right.
But then won't their reputation also be
Exactly.
ruined if they can't?
Exactly. So don't take the listing. Have those conversations with the client. They will
Right.
respect you more.
Right.
Just say, no, sir, madam. Your house is on the market for this based on this one that just sold down the
Right.
street.
Educate
Right.
the client.
Right.
If a buyer knows that they can buy this house 3 months ago at that price, what gives them the idea that yours is worth 500,000 more now?
Right.
Right.
Educate your client.
What I think realtors should do, I honestly don't even know if we've ever spoken about it, but I know we've dealt with it a lot. Checking up to ensure that what you have discussed prior has been done.
We do that now.
Yeah.
We do that now.
But they should be following up with their own.
Yeah. And then
You
they
know what
should
I
be
mean?
calling us
and saying,
And
just so you know,
saying,
everything's
you
ready.
know,
Everything's
you guys
ready
are
to
good
go.
to go.
Right.
Yes.
As opposed to us getting there, calling them. They're like, what?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't do it?
What?
And you're
Oh,
like, yeah.
no.
Like,
now every time, because we do staging reports and quotes, right?
Right.
So now every time that I send a report, if I'm dealing with the realtor, I say, please share the report document with your client. So
Right,
they
but that's
now
on
have
them.
access. Right. But I don't think that sometimes they do it. I think that they call their client and they're like, okay, she wants this, this, and this removed. This is what you guys got to do. I don't know
Right.
if they share the whole document.
exactly.
They
Right?
want
Like you
us to
can
take
tell.
care of it.
You can tell when you go into a stage, when we go to one of our stage properties, who followed the report and who
To the
didn't.
T.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Exactly.
You can tell. So every time I send that report, I'm like, please share this document with your client.
Yes.
So they know exactly what we have suggested.
Right.
Yeah.
Removing, keeping, relocating, whatever it
It's
is.
as
Right.
simple as forward
Simple
the
as that.
email.
We're doing all the
Forward-
work for
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All we're asking is that before we arrive, check in.
Yeah.
Just go to your listing.
Exactly. And just double check.
Is this prepared for the staging
Yeah.
company who we've hired to come
Yeah.
in and like it's teamwork.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes
Be
there are things that
organized.
weren't supposed, like, we're talking in the sense of things that weren't removed that were supposed to be removed.
Right.
But there have been things that are removed that were not supposed to be removed.
Right.
And now we're
scrambling
there.
because we're like, we didn't pack a sofa. Yours was supposed to be
Exactly.
here.
Yes.
I'm like, where's your dining table? I didn't bring a dining table.
Yes.
Do you have a dining table?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Let me make one.
Right.
Yeah, or is it they expect that we would just go back
We would
to
just
our
have one,
inventory
right.
and just poof, there it is.
Yeah,
right.
No,
But
that
just
table that you want so bad is accounted for other stages. Like
Right. And
Even
it
if
also
it's not
was
accounted for, though,
It's not
we have to
purchased
send
for.
We have to send one of our guys back to the warehouse.
Yes.
That's 40-minute drive, depending on where you're coming from.
yes.
Right.
40-minute drive back to the warehouse.
Load it into
load it into the truck.
By himself.
Drive it 40 more minutes back to that stage.
Right.
There's logistics. There's time there.
Right.
Yes.
And that
That
table
needs
is
to be
also
accounted
a
for.
cost.
It's a
Exactly,
cost.
and that's
It's something that another client would have been charged for.
Yeah, 100%.
Another
Yeah.
thing is that I feel that people don't understand as often as I would like is when we show up and we ask for things to have been moved and they're still there. And they look at us and they're like, well, there's two strong men right there. So move
Right.
it.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to take it?
No, go ahead.
No, you do go in and I'll close it because I got feelings about this one.
Men of a lady's touch are not movers. They move the staging furniture in and out of the property. They are not men that you can hire separately to move your personal furniture
Right.
out of your home because you're moving. Number one, it's not free. No one would show up at your house and just move your sofa or move
free.
a heavy dining
Thank
table
you.
for you for
Yes.
free.
Right.
With that being said, what happens if something goes wrong?
Thank you.
You know what?
Do we have it? Yeah. What
Yeah.
about liability?
the
I think
liability?
there's so many different things. I think it's the liability. I think that people don't realize that staging furniture is a lot lighter than some of the bulky
Right.
big
Like
furniture
a
that
lot of the
people
dining
own
tables.
have,
Yeah.
right? Like all those dining tables. And then 3, I think that it's the expectation.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Like
the
just
sense of
because
like, why
there's
can't
two
they do
men
it?
standing here doesn't mean that they need to do that for you.
Yeah.
They're hired
Right.
under a lady's touch to do something else.
Yeah.
They're not
Right.
here to work for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Like we're here, we have
Exactly.
a job to do. We're trying to do our job, and now this is going to backset us.
And it's not
right?
for free. As Vanessa said,
Right.
if you needed
Right.
this table moved, you would have to look into hiring
You would have
somebody
to call
to
somebody
to do
and
it.
You
To
would
do
have
it.
to pay them.
And
Yeah.
and if you're doing it, you
No, but
sweat
it's-
and risk
Right.
your body.
We paid you for staging, and you're here with 2 men, so you do it.
Yeah, and that's not
And that's
that
not it.
is
That's not fair.
Right. And here's why. There's liability issues. We
Right.
as a company have insurance.
Of course.
But what happens to your piece if it breaks during
Yes.
the transportation
Right.
or damages your house? Now, we were doing
Right.
you a favor.
Right.
Or the guy that you demand to do it falls and now he's hurt. Now he's not able to help and service us because he's
Right.
hurt.
Right.
And you have a liability, a legal suit on your hand because he fell in your property.
Right.
Yes.
Or even in the sense of where let's say the table had a scratch on it before we got there.
Yeah. Or
And we didn't see it. One of your men scratched my table, replace it.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
You're trying to help them and then you
Yeah.
end up
It'll always backfire.
it
Exactly.
backfires.
Yeah.
So that's why we have a strict no moving policy. However, do we have a heart?
I
Yes.
was just going to say.
But then again, that wraps
I'm like,
back.
we ain't that cold.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have
However-
a little side table and you want
Right.
to
I'm
shift
like,
it,
no.
you
A
know.
lot of the times the designer will be on site.
Yes.
Vanessa will make the call or the movers will make the call.
Right.
But they know when you're being taken advantage of.
Yes.
Yes. But this also goes back to what we were talking about. It's in your delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 2 strong men here. Why can't they do it?
Right.
Versus guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I have this coffee table.
It's just me and my daughter here.
Yeah.
I left the sofa here. Is there any way you guys can put it into the garage?
Sure.
I'll pay whatever you want.
Perfect.
Give me
$20
a raise.
and
Exactly.
call it done.
You know what I mean? It's your delivery. I'm
100%.
like 50.
Yeah.
I remember
100.
we got a call one time from a realtor, and she said to me, "You guys are coming to D-Stage, you're removing all your stuff." She goes, and it's an old man, he's 80 years old, and his lounger chair was in the garage for staging. Do your men mind maybe moving it into the family room?
Of
My heart
course.
broke. I'm like, this 80-year-old man's not going to go and move this chair.
Right,
Why
like,
would he hire
right?
someone, you know,
Right,
like
but
for
it's in
one
your
day?
delivery. It's in
So
your
I'm just like,
delivery.
I go to the guys. I'm like, you guys want to do it? They're like, of course.
But
Yeah.
she also asked.
She
with-
also knew if something happened, that wasn't our responsibility.
Right.
Because she's like, I'm just asking
Right.
you guys to help me out. He can't do it. He's 80.
Right.
Right.
So it's a case by case, but
Yes.
don't treat
Expect
our
it.
team members like they are your movers.
Yeah.
That's a totally separate business.
Yes.
Yeah. And there have been times where, let's say, we weren't touching a specific room and they're like, do you have anything extra to like put in there? Do you have like a chair? And it's like, well, that chair costs money.
Yeah.
Do you have more
But
money?
I didn't just pack it with the anticipation that you were going to ask me to furnish this bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, why would I have all of these extra elements if
Yeah.
your stage didn't call
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
That's the best. The best.
I love you.
Yeah, it's the absolute best. I know we didn't agree on this room, but do you think if you have anything
You have extra pillows or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't have any
I'm
extra
like,
pillows.
yeah, let me pull up the original agreement that we sent. This is to do bedroom number 2.
I don't know
Here you go.
how many more. I don't know how many more minutes we have, but there was one other thing that we discussed yesterday that I want to bring up, which is, you know, when you hire a professional to do work for you, okay? Me personally, I prefer giving that individual full autonomy on how they do their work.
You are really good at that, actually.
I trust
Yeah.
you. Go at it. You know, I always find it like a power struggle when we're in a space that we've been hired to design or stage, and then the homeowner has strong opinions on the design.
Right.
So I'll let Vanessa take it from here because she had a recent experience.
Right. The only thing that I think is important or that we ask is to just let us finish.
Yes.
Because when you see pieces being carried in individually, it's not the same as the whole room being set up with the sofa and the accessories and the pillows and the artwork. Like, just give it a
right down
chance.
to the last detail.
And when it's complete, if
Yeah.
you're still not a fan, at the end of the day, it's your home and it will be showcased how you would like it to be.
course.
But give it a chance.
Yes.
Because
let me finish.
right, what had happened was he walked in the middle of it, and to me, the stage looked drop dead gorgeous. Like, I
Right.
wouldn't have changed a single thing about it. I would have bought all of it, the house and the furniture,
furniture.
if I was a
Yeah.
client.
Yes.
And he requested something be changed. No one agreed with him. They made it very clear, like within his family. And I told him why I did things the way that I did. He still asked for it to be moved, and I was like, absolutely, no problem. So we did. At the end, he's like, it looked better the other way.
And he wanted you to almost go back to what it
And I was like,
originally
you
was.
should have just let me finish, and I will move whatever you would like
Yes.
afterwards. We'll discuss it, but just see it complete.
In my
Yeah.
experience, the more that the non-professional tries to tell the professional what to do, the more it will hinder you actually.
Right.
It's like in any profession, in law, in real estate, if you're telling your lawyer how to defend you,
Right.
then why did you hire him?
Right. You should have
Or
gone to
her,
law
yeah.
school and done
Just
it
like
yourself.
you're explaining to the realtor what you believe the
Yes.
price of your property is.
Exactly.
Why don't you try selling it yourself
Right.
then? Just like when I hire a designer to design anything for me,
Right.
or if I'm hiring somebody to do my outfits, or if I'm hiring a chef,
Right.
please trust the professionals.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, with that being said, not once, because that's all we say is just, look, let us complete, let us finish, and if you're still not happy, then we'll
fix
rectify
it.
everything.
We'll fix it to your liking. You're the
Yeah.
paying
Not
client.
once have they ever said, I still don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what?
Yep.
I see it now. I like it.
It's not that we don't want them to walk through during the stage because we're not confident in the design.
No, not by any means.
No, that's not it. We don't want you to see it because we're designing your home and it's going to be staged and it's going to look beautiful, and you should be walking in at the very end.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You
a
should
whole.
be you should be able to walk in and be like,
don't watch the process.
wow, I came here this morning, my house was empty, and I'm walking in now and it's completely done.
We work.
Yeah.
Are you going to say this point?
I have no
When
idea.
the person is watching and walking around, it's
It's
we would have-
uncomfortable.
and we work better,
Yes.
like left alone.
Yes.
The staging process is not glamorous by
At
any
all.
means.
At
There's
all.
stuff everywhere. Like, it's nothing for you to watch, and like there's nothing for you to look at. Everything is everywhere. We're
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Things are being built.
Yes.
Things are being cleaned. Like there's nothing for you to look at.
Right.
It's when you walk in afterwards where everything is
Right.
the exact
Yes.
way it's supposed to be.
in
Yes.
any industry that you're in any profession.
Right.
If somebody's sitting there watching over you, you're uncomfortable and you're not going to
Yes.
do the best job that
Yeah.
you can.
Well,
that's just a
in
fact.
many industries, you're not even allowed to. Like a
Allowed to do that.
surgeon
Right.
is not supposed to have people
Watching
bearing
over
over
him.
him.
watching
Yeah.
over him. Absolutely not.
No.
Like
So-
any craft.
It's in any industry that you're in, it's the same thing, right? Yeah, I would just say let us finish. Come back after.
yeah,
You're
and
not
you'll be-
happy then?
We'll always fix it. We have yet to meet a client that wasn't happy before we left.
100%.
That's all I remember from what. Why are people not okay?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
all
like
comes
those
down to mutual respect. When we do talk to people, the amount of times they say, like, and it's often their response, I didn't know that much work went into staging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It also might be a bit of...
or design.
Right.
Yes.
Or
like,
design.
when they just assume that you can pull it together the next day. They don't realize
Right.
what... They genuinely don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
it's-
goes
And you
into
can't
it.
fault them for that either.
Yeah,
but
you-
I think if there was
we
one,
don't expect you to know the
Yeah.
nitty gritty,
Yeah.
but common sense. Like,
but if you're watching this and there's one
Yes.
message that we can get
The-
across, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time,
is.
preparation.
It really
At least the
is.
way that ALT does it, we really
Right.
curate every
Yes.
single design.
But that's
It's
also what
unique
sets
to that
us
home.
apart.
Yes, it's what
Right.
sets us apart, and that's never going to change. So
Yeah.
when you call us and you want to stage within 24 hours, we're going to try our best to make it work always.
yeah.
However,
Right.
give us as much time as
And-
possible.
Flush your
toilets.
toilets. Okay.
I'm gonna next time I'm gonna leave the consultation. I am sorry,
Consultation's
but
over.
next time I come into your bathrooms and it's not flushed.
I'm stealing the toilet paper.
Guys,
I'm
this
leaving.
is our last episode of this season.
Yes.
We hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.